Why, in human psychology, thereabsence or silence of something like a person's presence often creates more desire than its constant presence. The psychology of scarcity and desire. Why absence creates more desire than presence. In human psychology, constant presence leads to predictability. When something or someone is always available, the brain stops prioritizing it, because there is no perceived risk of losing it. This is known as habituation. Conversely, absence triggers the scarcity principle. We instinctively value things that are rare or hard to get. Silence and distance create a psychological void. When you are absent, the other person's mind must work to fill in the gaps, which leads to ruminating and increased curiosity. To create desire, you must move from being a constant presence, which feels safe but boring, to a variable presence, which feels exciting and mysterious. How to use absence and silence to build desire, step by step. To apply this effectively without breaking the connection, follow this guide using the specific phases of the framework. Step 1. Establish a strong foundation. You cannot create desire through absence if you haven't first built emotional investment. Use the certain phases to spark curiosity and build deep connection. You must ensure she feels your presence enough so that your absence actually means something. Step 2. Implement a strategic pullback. Once you feel high emotional engagement, do not stay there indefinitely. Use a strategic pullback. Delay your replies or end the conversation while the mood is still peak. This creates a contrast where she suddenly feels the lack of your attention, triggering the urge to reach out. Step 3. Manage the red light. If she pulls away, do not panic. Use silence as a tool. By staying calm and giving her space, you allow her to experience your absence fully. This forces her to wonder if she is losing your interest, which shifts the power dynamic back toward a state of desire. Step 4. Distinguish between tests and effort. When you use silence, she will send tests, like low-effort messages. Do not fall into the trap of being too available. Only increase your presence when you detect genuine effort, such as vulnerability or reconnection attempts. This teaches her that your presence is a reward, not a guarantee. The biggest mistake, chasing during absence. The biggest mistake people make regarding silence or absence is chasing while trying to create distance. If she pulls away, most people respond by increasing their effort, sending more messages, and asking what is wrong. This is a fatal error, because chasing kills the scarcity. If you chase, you are essentially telling her that your presence is guaranteed regardless of her effort. This removes the fear of loss and effectively kills any growing desire. Professional wisdom for mastery. Personal advice. Do not use absence as a mere way to manipulate. Use it as a way to prioritize yourself. When you focus on your own life, your silence becomes authentic rather than a tactic. A person who is genuinely busy with their own growth is infinitely more attractive than someone who is just waiting for a reply. The simple rule: presence builds connection, absence builds desire. You need both to survive. One key truth: people do not fall in love with what they have, they fall in love with what they fear losing. The golden rule: never chase what you can attract. If you move toward her too fast, she has no room to move toward you. The formula for irresistible attraction: strong emotional connection plus strategic or authentic distance equals unstoppable desire.